Hey guys, what's up? I'm here today with like a hard deck profile of my 60 card like Brilliant Fusion Heroes. Um, with the main Topologic Umblar Dragon combo. Um, I just wanted to do a deck profile for you to show you like things that I've added to the deck and how I'm gonna tinker with it here and there, and kind of give you guys some reasoning because I've seen some people say like, why don't you just play PK Heroes? And no offense to PK Heroes, I'm just not that into them. I'm not really into Phantom Knights, period. But I haven't got a Phoenix Swordblade yet, so I'm gonna run this at locals on Wednesday with the Moon Mirror Shield if I can't get that Phoenix Swordblade by Wednesday, which I should be able to. But yeah, let me go ahead and just get into this profile for you. And know that it is subject to change. I'm not going to be showing my side deck because side deck is relative to each player and their locals or the competitions they're going against. I feel like it's a little more standardized when you play big events or you play against, mostly meta. And that's going to be changing with Goki's getting hit on the list. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get into it. First, I run 2 Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is absolutely necessary, but I don't want to see him in my hand really. So I run him at 2. I don't really want to see him in my hand, but at the same time, I don't mind seeing him in my hand. It's kind of like either 2 or 3. Right now I'm sticking with 2. I could run 3, but I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to see how it tests on Wednesday. Online it's been testing fine, but yeah. Next, this should be at 3. Vision Hero Vion. Vision Hero Vion, you want it at 3 because it can dump malicious. I'll probably pick up a 3rd one Wednesday. But then again, I'm going to have to find a card to cut. Next, 3 Destiny Hero Malicious. That's the reason why you want 3 Vions. This extends plays. This gets your Gumblar combo going off strong. And it helps you extend like into Skull Dread and whatnot. And for the last hero, I run 1 Elemental Hero Honest Neos for the OTK factor and the Protector Dark Law factor, because sometimes your plays aren't going to go off and all you're going to have to do is protect the Dark Law. So that's it for my heroes. To get into the plants, I run 3 Lone Fire Blossom and 3 Scorpios. Basically because I want 6 ways to get into this card. This is the card that I want to start with. Scorpio or Lone Fire. Predominantly Lone Fire because it's a deck thinner technique. So I want to start with those. So that's like literally 6 copies in the deck right there. And the Scorpio will get you one of you 2 Darlington Cobras. Its effect only goes off once per duel, which I think is pretty ridiculous. But it goes off once per duel. It gets you a Brilliant Fusion. Sometimes you open a Brilliant Fusion, but you still grab one with this just so you can thin out your deck. All right. Couple of 1-ups here. You got your Thousand Blades. This is what you're going to go into. Well, with these 2, you're going to go into Invoker, and Invoker's going to bring this out, and you're going to make it Isolde. This is going to go to the grave because it special summons itself and you take damage, and one of your Brilliant Fusion targets deals damage. So 1,000 Blades, 1 Sheehan Squire. I was able to find this at my locals finally. All I had to do was ask for him to look in the back. Isolde's going to special that out by sending 1 equipped spell to the grave. Then you have your 1 Trick Clown, does 1,000 damage, brings 1,000 Blades back from the grave. And these 2 will make you an Eteria Beast, or these 3 can make you a Trishula to rip a card from hand. I run 2 Gem Knights. I run Lazuli and I run Amber. I run Amber because Lazuli can add it back to the hand, and it's also a level 4 Earth. So if for some reason I can't get this out of the grave, I can always normal summon it and synchro with Sheehan Squire. Next, the target that I always add to my hand off of Isolde, first effect, Blackluster Soldier. It's great for your 2nd turn. It's like you make your board. If they break anything, they have to deal with this because it can still target and vanish, even though targeting's not that good anymore. And then you have your 1 Gamma Seal, because Gamma Seal's still broken. You can get out Gamma Seal with counters with Dark Law and Nat Beast, or you can get Dark Law Gamma Seal or Nat Beast Gamma Seal, which is pretty deadly together. Most of the time, if I have to choose between special summoning this with Skull Dread or special summoning Shadow Mist to make a Nat Beast alongside one of the two, I'll make Nat Beast and Gamma Seal together because the negates are crazy. All right, for the hand traps, I run 3 Gamma and 1 Driver. Thinking about running 2 Driver because when you use it on your opponent's turn, it's pretty much gone once this is banished. So you run 2 Drivers, then you have 2 effective Gammas in the deck, but I feel like that can be bricky. Next, I did add these to my deck. For the longest time, I wasn't running hand traps, but 3 Ash Blossom. I got the super rares because pretty much everything in my deck is super. If it's not hero, heroes are max rarity, but yeah, so 3 of these, great. I've just realized how much more competitive it is to have Ash Blossoms, and with it being a super, it's a little bit more accessible and cheaper. And then lastly, for the hand traps, 2 Effect Veiler. I would love to add in Ghost Ogres or Drolls. I have like 1 Ghost Ogre, and I don't think it'd be good as a 1-of, and I don't have any Drolls. I sold all my Drolls. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. You've got essentially 5, 6, 7, 8 hand traps with the Gammas and everything. So your chances of opening that are pretty good as well. And you run Called by the Grave, as you'll see later on. So your disruption is going to be pretty good. A lot of players realize that you have to sacrifice some consistency for disruption, and that's what I did by adding hand traps. I would add even more. As a 60 card deck, I would honestly add even more if I could. Next, I run 3 Hero Lives. It is a deck thinner. It's a special summon. It's an automatic Dark Law. If you have a Gamma in your hand, they're not going to stop that. Next, I run 3 Brilliant Fusion. Obvious, it's a Brilliant Fusion deck. Next, 2 Terraformings and 2 Waterfronts. This is obviously for your Gamma Seal. To search your Gamma Seal, add your Gamma Seal. These 2 are deck thinners. Yeah, so seeing it firsthand isn't always guaranteed, but it's not unlikely, and I've added some draw cards to make it more possible to see this in your hand first turn. For searchers, more searchers, you've got your 3 Emergency Call and your 1 Rhoda. Basically, search any hero monster, well, elemental hero, so your Shadow Mist or your Honest Neos, and this will grab you your Vion. That's what you want that for. So for 2 draws, thought about adding in a 3rd Pot of Desires, but I added 1 Upstart Goblin to make it 59 cards. But I've also thought about cutting this right here, Emergency Teleport, to add in my 3rd Desires. Basically, I wanted to be able to keep my Gunblar combo strong with Desires. If I have this in my hand, I could add 2 more cards to my hand, so I have more cards to discard with Gunblar. This is literally in the deck because you can special summon a Gamma, special Malicious from the grave, and make an Omega. So you can rip with the Trishula, an Omega, and then 2 with Gunblar, and then 2 more with Gunblar. With Divine Phoenix Swordblade, the Gunblar combo is already too good. But you have to work a little bit harder, which is why I added these in with your Moon Mirror Shield. But Moon Mirror Shield works well. And I also like to unclog hands. Sometimes you're not always going to have the perfect hand. I think that's known throughout Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially with the 60 card deck, and you have some 1-ups in here that you don't want to draw. This is the deck's biggest problem. So unbrick your hand, and Upstart's just a great card. Anyways, further on, 3 Mass Change, 1 Mass Change 2. You want to make Dark Law, period. Dark Law is still great by itself. Sometimes it can win you games on your own, but you want to be able to see it when you, if you don't see it and you make a Skull Dread, you want to draw into one of these because you'll most likely be able to make a a Shadow Mist. Next, you run 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Soul Charge. I think those go without saying. Soul Charge can win you games, can also lose games. But Monster Reborn is just a free monster on board. Next is 3 Called by the Grave. Like I said, disruption, being able to protect your own place. And 1 Moon Mirror Shield because this is probably like the best equipped card if you're going to run a 1-of, and it's not Phoenix Swordblade, because if you draw it, it's fine. You can equip it to a monster, and when that monster goes to the grave, you can pay 500, put it at the bottom of your deck, and your Isolde combo is still alive. So that works as well. All right, let's go into the extra deck. This is 14 cards. It should be 14 cards. I'll take 1 out. Gonna think about changing some things, and I'll tell you as well. 1 Gumblar because the combo is lit. 1 Skull Dread because who doesn't want to draw 4 cards and then choose between them which one you want to keep or recycle your hand. 1 Borreload because Borreload can steal you a game. Borreload's just strong. Its first effect isn't, you're not able to respond to it. 1 Cerebus, I think with that extra slot, I'm going to add in a Phoenix. Isolde, because it's a key part of your combo play, you don't have it, then you don't have it. Next is 3 Masked Hero Darklaw. I'm thinking about cutting 1 Darklaw. So that way I can add in another card, another extra deck card for a Cherry Stargate, probably Firewall. Oh shoot, that's out of frame. But yeah, Darklaw is just amazing. You want to be able to go through as many as you want and not worry. 1 Masked Hero Enki for your synchros. You got 1 Interior Beast to lock out spells, Omega to rip a card and bring it back, 1 Trishula to banish card from field, grave, and hand. 1 Gem-Knight Seraph Knight, thinking about adding 2 since I have 2 Gem-Knight targets. And then 1 MX Saber Invoker because it is a combo piece. And that's my deck. I'm going to be running it on Wednesday. I'll let you guys know how I do. Pray that I do well. I don't like losing. And yeah, I'll make another video later, like test hands and whatnot, so you guys can see the consistency of this deck. But that's pretty much it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and go ahead and ask questions, make constructive criticism, just let me know what you think. All right, deuces.